It's not wanting to go in. There's the hole. Well, that's good, it's tight. Remember I chose too small of the drill bit?
Yeah.
This is what I get. Stuff definitely doesn't fit. Man, it's too tight. So I guess I'd have to be screwed through there with a screw gun or something. Man, why is that so tight? That's crazy. Wonder if I would go at that with a screw gun or loosen the hole. I'll choose to loosen the hole a little bit. Now it'll fit. But these have different spacings, so I may as well cut up the rubber and put it under there now. These are going in. Oops, not like that though. Hello. Hello. Can you see that went right there? Cooperating. I got all kinds of screws and washers and nuts. Okay, so that's either going to fit or it's not. Looks like I've definitely chosen the wrong plate. And you're still filming, huh?
Yep.
Yeah. So these have a direction. So if you look at the tire, and then compare it to the tire that's on a bike, that's a rear tire. Guess I saw these without the rubber. Piece of rubber tube that I was going to put in there to protect the tire. I installed these without that because I think the bolt shanks are really short, and I want to see how many washers I could fit in addition to the nut. Because these shanks are really short. There it goes through the tire, through the plate, and there's enough room for a nut. And not much room for a rubber tire. Nope. Well, I guess you'd put a rubber tire in there. So we're going to cut out a little piece of rubber tire to protect this tire. Rubber goes right through it. So bolt may not go through it. So I take the little pick here, give a little workaround explaining to it that it's going to have a bolt through the center of it. So I'm just going to have to deal with that fact. But I don't want to do this with like several hundred patches. Little rubber tire patches to protect the tire.
Yeah.
If I have to spend all this time on each little rubber tire patch. I don't know what I'm calling it a patch, I should call it a gasket. So it's probably too big and it's not even square. Oh, it's fine. I'll make it square and hopefully it'll be big enough. This one might be too small. So I guess the plan is we're sticking this through it and that's going to convince the bolt shank to go through here with a big workaround, I think. You know, you want to really get up that hole, get that hole torn out there, huh? Yeah, that bolt is not going to want to go through. Well, maybe roughed up a little there. And then, just keep going with those. Here's a good one. It's going to get its own new bolt. So, with the bikes, all the bikes would have the same size bolt, right? And this bolt, because you plan ahead, because it's a real certain type of bolt and it's a good one, this also is the exact same bolt that goes in the motor here. So it's like when they have stock, you have different replacement bolts, or like in the zombie apocalypse, you could take a bolt off your motor and bolt it onto your armored tire. So that washer was too small. Gosh, it just, yeah, I think I don't want to go through there. Oh well. Man, it's going to have to force it to go through there. Is this the one that, I thought I made this hole bigger. I'll show this hole who's boss. That's what he said. Okay, so yeah, make another little rubber washer. The last one was too small. I'll be able to make a lot of washers out of this too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Weird. There we go. See, look, there's not a whole lot of room for nut here, but there is. Well, I said I just want a nut. And so a nut we shall have. So one problem that I see immediately is I can poke all the holes I want in here. I've got bolts and washers, you know, all ready to go. And I'll do that, but these plates have no holes in them. So that's an unwelcome development. Can you imagine doing this for all 12 of the tires? Little bolt big, that's what this is. So I'll just put a thing through there with the ink on it. It's confusing, man. You don't want to be putting a hole in the wrong place in the tire.
Yeah.
I just put a big old pen through there. I don't even give a shit. So that's where this is going. Put some ink on this guy. Thought I already put a bolt through there. But this is such a tedious task. This would be unable to be maintained. My opinion. Can you imagine doing this for all 12 of the tires? Yeah, these plates aren't in the way of each other when I do it this way. Are you filming?
Yes.
You are?
Yes.
Well, I'm glad of that, because this is some good stuff. So 23.5 millimeters up along what I am temporarily assuming is the center line, and then 23.5 up for the other hole. And if there's a knobby there, I think there's like a 50-50 chance that there'll be a knobby. And I need a bunch of those rubber washers. Keep needing those. I guess I'll just learn to make them fast, huh? Mm-hmm. When I put the plate in the tire, I'm not even close to hitting knobbies. Yeah, that 23.5 is the key to avoiding knobbies. Mm-hmm. So you easily use a hand drill like this. Now that I've got it piloted up there, and there's just no knobbies in my way at all. Yep, everything's a tight fit. So we're going to time the next one, okay? That's just kind of marked. The magic number is 23.5. What is that? I don't know about that. Nope, it's that one. The big obvious one. Easy money him. So I put it here where I want it, where it's not going to get in the way, where it would be happy, and then take this poker, poke through there, and I found that I'm not encountering a lot of knobbies. Get this out of the way, the poker. Let's see where that pokes us through to. Right there. So it's not where a knobby is. Never is. That has to be in the center. Has to be a good hole. Can't be off. Okay, so I'm just making sure I'm not cross-threading this. The rubber washer isn't working very well. It's almost failing. So now you have to do is put it in here. Make sure that it's not causing any trouble, which it's not. And then this is just a mark here to get out to where there's not a knobby. Where's my mark? I see it now. It's right there. Right in the middle of that. Look at that. That's where it always is. So drill a hole there. And I'm holding on to the plate the other side. So we hope those are straight. Because all that, any lack of weight, equal weight distribution, when you get to go into a high enough speed, it'll be going. Okay, so those are cool. Those are looking fine. Check it out. Let's get a film of it. Those look like they're born there. Yeah, it's like an alligator armadillo or something. That's cool, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's really awesome when the rubber washers are already ready.
Yeah.
So this is not getting too heavy. Seems to be like more than half done. So put this in there where it's not in the way, where it would live a life where it wouldn't run into its neighbors. Poke through, make a mark, and then drill at the center line of the tire at that mark while holding the plate in place. See about purchasing some big old rubber washers, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so now I need a hole. I need a pilot hole, so I'll put this where I want it to go. Somewhere where it would never cause trouble. Where it would never be in anyone's way. I'll poke a hole through. So these are going in easily. It's a good thing I made that adjustment with the drill, otherwise I would have run into knobbies at this point.
Yeah.
Yep. In there. Which went in very cooperatively, because I was drilling the drill through the tire and the plate at the same time. So just start this guy. Right now I have holes in the plates, 23.5 millimeter spacing, and put in the tire, and when I put through the little pick, it never goes to where there's a knobby. So I just enjoy that and put through the pick like I'm doing right now. Take the pick, put it here on the other hole. The other hole's ready to go. When I push through here, that's a consistent spot. I see that over and over. It's either the big, large circle here or in some little place like that. Very consistent.